Well, hello everyone. I'm back. It's been a moment because I've been busy. Oh my god. I've been really busy now that I think about it, but yeah, I'm back. I've been very creative in my time because it turns out it's very easy to draw or doodle something. So, when I was at school and I was bored, I didn't have this notebook with me all the time, but in kind of the oh my god, something's in my eye. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's just dirty glasses. But anyways, when I was at school, it would be very often the case where I would just scribble something like a design for a doily. Why can't you see anything? Why can't you see? Do you see that? Like all my designs? Yeah, I would just randomly draw it in the margin of a paper or something. And I'd come home and actually put it in this notebook. Or I'd maybe have this notebook. Usually I would not because I was busy. But then I drew doilies. And then I made something the other day. Actually, so I had this blue yarn. Because a friend of mine, excuse me, I just burped. Oh my goodness, I had this blue yarn that a friend of mine, should I say his name? His name starts with an R. So, but I'm going to rename, no, but if I fix his name to be something that it's not, it's going to be really hard for me to keep track of. So I'm just going to say his name. Well, I just use his first name. First name, Jack. Rex, friend that I named Rex, gave me yarn that looks like this. He gave me a bunch of yarn because apparently his grandmother used to crochet, but she left behind all this yarn that she didn't use. And this is actually not one of them, but it looks like this a lot. And I made this little braid that was really cute, and I thought it was really cute. And or not braid, but little lace that was like pretty long. You could wrap it around my neck. I know that much. But my mom liked it, so she asked for it, and I said, "Okay, you can have it." So I don't have that anymore. I could probably go dig it out when I see her next. But yeah, I don't. What is that? Oh, I thought something was on my teeth. Anyways, yeah, I don't have that anymore, so I can't give that to you. But aside from that, I've been creative too because recently I found these beads from this online store I shop at called. I won't quite tell you what it is, but I just like to buy beads. I like to buy gemstone beads, but I also like to just buy normal beads. So here, let me show you. Where's it? I have these little containers that I keep them in. I think they're not Matsuno. I think they're Toho. 1 second. But anyways, I bought beads. Did I buy for Black Friday? It might have been for Black Friday because I like to go shopping on Black Friday for things. But yeah, I bought this bead. It's really cute and really pretty. It comes in these little vials. I think I've shown you before. Yeah, I think I showed it in my last video. But yeah, they're Miyuki. They're Miyuki. I thought they were Toho or Matsuno, but it's these beads, yeah, they're really cute and they're really pretty. And then alongside these are glass beads. They're not precious stone beads, but alongside glass beads, I like to buy precious stone beads because to me, it's just beautiful. And some of the precious stone beads are not very regular shaped, but others are. But so starting with this one, this is Morganite. I love gemstones, but I love precious stones too. So I just know everything out there that there is. I think there's something in my eye. 1 second. Before anybody says, "Oh my goodness, you're touching your eyeball," I'm pretty sure people who watch me touch my eyeball like this would not go after, what is it, like makeup artists? You know, they take a pencil and this is another pack of beads, but you know, they basically take something that's shaped like this and they go like this at their eyeball, and no one's going after them for touching their eyeballs. So yeah, don't come after me for touching my eyeball. I can touch my eyeballs. I can touch any part of my body. It should be any of your business. If there's something in my eye, I gotta get it out. No, I don't see anything. Yeah, I was saying, what was I talking about? Yeah, Morganite? Yeah, Morganite. Said, this is Morganite. It was actually pretty warm here for a couple of days. It's the end of March now. And it was actually really warm, but then it all of a sudden got really rainy. It's not cold. It's like 50 degrees, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I would say it's somewhere around 20 degrees centigrade because I didn't grow up in America. I grew up with centigrade. So I would say it's about 20 degrees centigrade here, maybe, give or take. And it's not too cold, but it's just kind of temperate recently. But I thought it'd be great because the pink is the very not uniform shape. I've never really worn beads first of all, I've never worn Morganite because Morganite is actually a type of beryl, and the beryl family is it's the precious stone family. At least one of them is, emerald. So I would think, oh, um, it's it's a very fancy stone. But turns out, Morganite is a little more, I guess, not well known maybe, but I really like it. And the oblong shape, like the non-uniform shape, is actually really pretty. So I really like it. And it's a little high on my neck. So I don't know if it really complements the masculinity that I lack, but I think it's great. Yeah, so that's something else I made. I also made this one. I bought Amazonite beads. They're really pretty. I actually have an Amazonite choker, but it broke, so I just went online. So this is the Amazonite stone bead, and then I made another necklace. I think it's great for summer. It kind of looks like plastic from far away, but I don't care. It's really pretty, and it kind of reminds me. So in the Bahraini Ocean, I'm from Bahrain. I was there before here in America, but I remember the ocean there in Bahrain is not this kind of a blue. It's a little more green, but it kind of reminds me of. It's so pretty. The stone. I don't know what it is, but whenever I see a stone that I find to be really pretty, it makes me physically hungry. Like I want to eat it. Am I the only one? It's this pretty blue color. Yeah, that's that. Now I should probably take a moment to talk about the gossip that I've been thinking. So, before anybody gets mad at me, I'm allowed to say whatever I'd like to say because I'm gonna say it very politely. Okay, so don't get mad at me. Anyways, I understand there's a thing going on with a video game, a specific video game. It's called. Should I tell you what it is? I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just gonna tell you this. Assassin's Creed. I've actually never played it. I barely played video games growing up. I never played video games. It never happened. I would just probably. I have hand-eye coordination in the sense that I can play piano. One of these days, I'll take you to my piano and you can listen to me play piano. But yeah, I never played Assassin's Creed, so I don't really know anything about it. I just know that it's gotten a lot of controversy, and I've heard a little bit about the topic, and I've actually seen clips of it on X. I'm just going to tell you what I think, okay? So Assassin's Creed, basically the whole thing blew up because, they took Japanese culture and didn't properly treat it the way that the people in Japan would like to have it treated. And I'm just going to say it like this, okay? Here's what I think, okay? Before anybody gets mad at me, I am part Japanese. I've lived in Japan. I know what it's like over there. And I'm not saying because I'm Japanese, therefore I have a authority or anything, but I'm just telling you the fact that I'm Japanese so that you understand that I know what it's like to be there, and I know how people over there kind of think and how people over there want to be treated when it comes to respect. But okay, so the main issue with that video game is how basically what happened is people who made the video game kind of inadvertently disrespected Japanese culture. That's basically just what happened, okay? It was disrespectful. And there's some things I learned growing up, and there's also some things I learned not growing up. And one of the things I learned growing up is that when something doesn't make sense, I knew about this, but I didn't know how to phrase it until I watched Judge Judy, and she said it. But if something doesn't make sense, it's either sinister or stupid, okay? So let's just say somebody hits somebody else there's a bunch of cars. Let's just say somebody hits another person with their car, okay? They were either doing it intentionally, which means they were sinister, or they were stupid, which means they aren't a good driver, okay? Kind of like that. In this sense, something didn't make sense or something bad happened, which is that a disrespectful video game was made. Yes, it was. What is that? Anyways, a disrespectful video game was made. Yes, it was kind of disrespectful. And I'm not talking about anything about it. I'm just saying how some parts of the video game, I think the most famous part is where a shrine was being destroyed by one of the characters. And then another thing was how people in Japan may or may not have been consulted when it comes to the culture of Japan, because there's a lot of things that I saw on Twitter and X, and it just kept reminding me about how they don't really understand Japanese culture. They just don't understand it. There's parts of Japanese culture that if you had maybe had a consultant, you would have known. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense why they would misrepresent what Japanese culture is like. And there's only two possible explanations. One is they didn't know what Japanese culture was like, or two, they did it on purpose, which is, well, I don't know, pick your poison, but it's kind of sad to say the least, because if I understand it correctly, I mean, I'm not a gamer, bro. I don't play video games. I like to watch people play video games. There's something engaging about it, but it's very sad to say that apparently there's this enterprise of Assassin's Creed, and a lot of people were kind of looking forward to it, but it kind of flopped. Very flop-tropic. But I'm just saying that it's kind of sad. So I'm not trying to be mean to the people who made the video game, but I think you should have really done a little more homework about the culture, because it can be really and it's kind of offensive. Yeah, it's not, well, it's not just offensive, it's disrespectful to treat someone else's culture like that. I'll tell you now, when I was in Bahrain, I'm not traditionally Bahraini. Like, there's not a drop of Bahraini blood in my body. But when I was living there, and then I eventually got told, because you've lived here and you talk like us and you eat like us and you live like us, you're Bahraini now. Like, I was told that by one of the Bahraini kids that I lived there. I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, I guess I'm part Arab now. But anyways, no, I don't know about that. But it's just sad, because when I was there, I treated their culture with respect. I didn't. If someone said to, I like to wear shorts in summer, but I also knew that showing your knees can be disrespectful. So I wore pants that covered my knees, or I wore pants that didn't cover my knees at home, or I did it where it was like the hottest part of the season. So, and I did it where people were not out and about, so no one would see me. Or another thing is that they don't like you showing off too much of your arms, so this would kind of be considered problematic. So I would always wear, like, on top of this t-shirt, I would wear like a light linen blend shirt that came down to, like, that covered my neck and also covered my ears. And I also didn't wear a lot of jewelry, because I knew it could be offensive. Or if I did wear a lot of jewelry like this, I would purposely cover it up, because I wear jewelry because it's pretty and I like it and it makes me feel comfortable, and it's just who I am as a person. But it's just kind of sad. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about Assassin's Creed. I think it's kind of sad. They should have done some homework. Homework, in school, there's a lot of things they teach in school. Some of it you do use in the world. I know some people say, oh my god, we're never going to use calculus or hard math in the real world. Yeah, that's probably true. I don't think I've ever used calculus in my real life. But I have used algebra. I'll tell you that. Algebra is very powerful stuff. But another thing you learn is that you should probably study for something if you're going to do it publicly. Like, if you're going to have a presentation, or if you're presenting a project, which I guess in a sense a video game could be a project that you're presenting to the world for money, you should have done some more homework. That's just what I think. But yeah, I was just wanting to say that and update you with this early spring blog. I think in America, if March isn't there a phrase that says what? Spring rain, or March rain washes away everything into the drain. Something like that. I can't remember. I didn't grow up in America. In my defense, I didn't grow up in America. But I did read English literature, so I guess I should know. But no, I don't know what the phrase is. But anyways, I was just saying that, yeah, this choker is really cute. I've been wearing it consistently now for over 3 weeks, because it's just so cute, and I just like the color on it. It's not too bold, it's not too strong. I guess if I can put this one on 1 second. But I personally like, not necessarily, I like bold colors too, because there's some bold colors in here as well, but this pink one is just so gentle as a color. Yeah, it's pretty. But I try not to wear these together, because Morganite is technically a beryl again, so it has a hardness that's a little harder than Amazonite, because these are Amazonite, and you can scratch the Amazonite, so I don't really want to damage them. So I try not to wear them together. Or if I do, I just wear silver, like these two that are hidden beneath my shirt. This purple is very purple, purple. And then I just wear this choker. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about Assassin's Creed. I mean, it's just sad. I did my choker, and then lace crochet. I had a lace thing that I made a while back. I think it was separate from the one that my mom has now. But I can't find it. So once I figure out where I put it, I can show you in my next video. I mean, I'm on break right now, so maybe I'll post a video tomorrow. But I just want to say that. That's just my thoughts. Very sad. But, what can one do? Anyways, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I should probably more consistently post videos because I like to blog. But anyways, I will see you guys next time.